Good morning, everyone. It's Gabby Trace here, and welcome back to the channel. Is this a real crypto reversal? The answer will be. But before we get rolling, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and hit the bell notification so you always get notified when I'm live here with you. Good morning. We have Seal, Diamond Eyes, and Stanimir here. I want to see everyone that is up this early. Bledo Ramstadt, hello, good morning. How are you guys doing? Are you feeling positive? Are we back? What's sort of like the sentiment around you guys? We're gonna, of course, go ahead and start up with news as usual. Let's just move the charts a little bit. It's also early for me, you guys. Ken Chen, it's also early for me. Hi, Marina, hello. The live is early today. Yes, I'm trying to keep it like as early as possible so we can get everyone like before work or whatever. So let's kick it in, right? Let's look at the market snapshot and what's happening right now. So basically we had the US stocks closing higher. Okay, so the interesting thing is, right, we have Dow Jones 0.5, we have Nasdaq 0.65, we have S&P 500 almost 0.4, but then the Russell 2000 was up even more. So basically, the smaller cap outperform, and in a green day like that, that doesn't mean that the correction is canceled, right? It doesn't mean we still have a risk out there. But the interesting thing is when we have the leadership from small caps beginning to improve, that is signaling that the risk appetite might be coming back in a way. But we still need confirmation from Brett, right? And we need follow through days as well, right? So we have advancing versus declining over here, quite healthy. So we want more follow through of these kind of scenarios, these kind of dates. Right? Because if we look at the fear and greed index, let's look at the stock market. The stock market is in extreme fear, right? The stock market, that's very important, right? Then you look at crypto is in fear, but the stock market is in extreme fear. Now, you guys, usually when we have extreme fear, it often is going to coincide with short-term bounces, right? That is going to always be the case. You will find that out for yourself. But it can still cap on any rallies, right? It can still keep it kind of in check. Fear is going to be fear. So how do we treat any pops, right? Well, they're going to be guilty until proven innocent, right? Unless key levels start breaking higher, right? Unless we start breaking key levels, unless we start making higher highs. It's honestly really as simple as that. But we're going to look at the chart. Dan, the legend, we have as well. Joe is here. Good morning, everyone. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new here. And also, I want to say hi in the chat box, because I know literally everyone that speaks in the chat box, and I want to meet even more. Zulu One as well. Hello, good morning. He also joined Discord very recently as well. Now, one important thing to mention is that we actually had the ADP. So these are the private payrolls, basically. They rose 42 to 42K. Predictions were 32K on October. So that is pretty much pointing out that we have softer hiring. Okay, fine, great. But the problem is that we still have the ongoing US government shutdown. Good morning, Katsuli. Hi, I love seeing new people here. So since we have the government shutdown, that is meaning that official labor reports are still going to be delayed. So the NFP disappeared. We're not going to get the weekly jobless claims. And as the way we stand right now, the BLS really hasn't printed any job reports since August, which is crazy. So think about, as a trader, right? You have the government shutdown, the data is missing, right? Or you have thin data in that case because you have some data available. So what is that going to mean? Well, that's going to mean that the price is going to be choppier. Good morning, Lucian. And basically what traders are going to try and do is to fill the gap, right, of that missing data. And with what can they do that? Well, they can use it. They can use narratives and positioning to do that, to try and fill that, data gap. In terms of politics and geopolitics, we know that we had the Supreme Court hearing yesterday that could reshape policy, right? So that was very important. So during that hearing, that was for the oral arguments and everything, justices, and actually not only including conservatives, right? They sounded skeptical. So now the poly market has dropped significantly of the chances of like the odds that Trump is going to win. Um, right? So think about it. If the court actually stops these presidential tariffs and like holds the power and the forces, that is imagine they also can roll back at it, and then they can ask for refunds. So that would be crazy, right? It could be, it of course is going to mean that we're going to get ease on the imports. It's going to be good for margins. It's going to be disinflationary whatsoever, but also it's going to hit the companies that actually benefited from the tariffs protection. So yeah, let's see. What else is that? Trump says shutdown was a big factor in election losses as the Democrats demand meeting. Yeah, so we definitely need to sort that. It's been problematic with the government being shut down, and let's hope that soon we're gonna get the data, because this has been a problem for us. Okay, cool. All right, you guys. So we're gonna kick off with Bitcoin immediately. I don't know how many people we have live. Someone let me know in the chat box, because I can't really see it. I think I need to update my whatever I'm using over here to stream for you guys, but I can't see it for some reason. Anyway, everyone, welcome. Say hi in the chat box. I love seeing you guys here. Make sure to like the video, make sure to share it, and then we're gonna start with the analysis over here. Daniel Caprud, hello. We have a new person in the chat box. I love it. We have 2 new people in the chat box this morning. 27 likes. Okay. Lloyd Hatches, thanks for everything, Gabby. You're the best. We have another new person. Oh my God. Haggis. How do you pronounce that last name? Anyway, so Bitcoin, right? First of all, let's look on the daily what's been happening. What do you guys see over here at that bottoming, right? Okay, we reached levels. We spoke about that yesterday, right? We have these levels at 100.3, 99.4, and 98.8. Perfect. Levels respected to the T, which is amazing. We love to see that. We love to see that we're right. Jennifer, hello. Top and best. Wow, so many new people. You guys understand? I will remember you. And Christian X Sericic. Yes, you're a new one as well. Good morning, Christian. Or Christian, whatever. All right, listen, you guys. So, and the comment disappeared. I don't know why. Okay, heels. Okay, I get it. Thank you. So we see that on the chart. We've reached levels. Everything's ideal. Now, we spoke about that yesterday, so we don't need to repeat the same things over and over, right? What do you guys see? I want to kind of like, what is that? What are these 2 lows down here? Well, these are relatively equal lows. So, as a rule of liquidity, when you see relatively equal lows like that, this is not necessarily the best thing, right? So that to me potentially is liquidity left behind, which is, another signal that we might come at the very least and retest those lows one more time. What else do we see in terms of market structure? What is this, right? What is this? Well, this is, pure bearish distribution that we're seeing at the moment, right? We continuously break structure to the downside. We have body closes on the daily below lows, right? We're creating lower highs, we're creating lower lows. So essentially the bears are in control, not the bulls. The bears are in control. So these are the first most obvious things that you should be able to immediately see on the chart. Okay, great stuff. The next thing that we're gonna start applying is obviously our methods, our trading methods with which Diamond Eyes is Ronnie saying hello. She is familiar with, because she took the course. You guys, I highly recommend go on it. We're gonna have our next call on Sunday, which is the second call. But anyway, we know that for us, we're still trading in October, right? We know that for us, November starts on the 10th of November. We know a lot of things, right? So necessarily right now, is that bounce for me looking like a reversal bounce? Not at all. Should I be bullish for this month? Yes, really. We should have been bullish like quite before, but so far, true month open rejected and the bearishness has continued to prevail. So in that case, I'm not necessarily that bullish anymore. And if I'm looking for any reversals, I'll be looking for these reversals to start occurring at around 9th of November, 10th of November, around this area of the true month open. So that's one thing that I think. Okay. Next thing, if we go on a lower time frame, right? If we go on a lower time frame, and Diamond Eyes will tell you why was there a short scalping setup over here, because that was one of the levels that price should have rejected in a case of showing us that, hey, we're still kind of bearish. We don't have that much strength, right? Because we want to break this level up here that I've pointed, which is around 104.5, with a body close, at least on the 4 hour, but we didn't do that. So essentially you have a good chance to scalp here to the downside. Then what else happens, right? What else happens? We have the opening of the day over here, up here, quite low. You trade with bearish engulfing candle in a bullish weekly bias whatsoever. So you do have also a case scenario where you could potentially open a scalp long over here, right? Depending on if everything aligns with the biases, right? So I'm long from the bottom down here on Bitcoin. Actually, I had stacked orders. So I think I'm in at around 101 or something. So my position is very low leverage because I'm very aware that this potentially might not be the last, because what are we creating right now? That's another lower high, even with the recent price action, with the 1 hourly, price action. So yeah, price is still weak. We still have to prove a lot of things, right? And with this bottom down here, like we said yesterday, and I'll continue to say that, they have all of the right in the world to bring this price up to true week open. So that will be 106.4K Bitcoin, right? They can bring it up here. There's no problem, right? But then what if we see another rejection over here? Because for this to become true reversal, we need a lot of work, right? A lot of work to be done. So first, on a lower time frame, we needed a close above 104.5. We didn't get it, at least not yet. Okay. Then the second close that we need is above 107 in this area, 108, 107. Because essentially, even if you get a close in the 107 area, you haven't really confirmed a higher low, right? Because you need to trade like all the way above up here, like around 111.1. So you guys, oh, I have something in my eye, so it's still bearish, right? We need a lot of proof, and the best thing we can do, right, is focus on market structure and see what's happening, right? So if I come up and open my indicators, which by the way are available for everyone to get, they're super cheap. You can get like the whole year subscription for like 200, less than, I think, $150 or something like that. So it's very affordable. I don't know why I do my makeup and then I have stuff in my eyes. Anyway, so what do you have up here? Essentially, you had a bullish order block up here. Now price traded below it. You have a bearish breaker block combined with with a bearish order block here. So lots of bearishness in that area, right? Between 106.4, between really the true week open and 111.1, 111.2. So lots of, sell areas combined here together with a daily bearish fair value gap over here. I mean, we have so much work to do. And I'm not convinced whatsoever that this is over. In fact, look at it from this perspective, right? You have the assets dropped how many percentage? Let's have a look from the top to the bottom. 15% Bitcoin, 20% plus on Ethereum. So when you have a drop like this, it's kind of natural for price to bounce a little bit, but that doesn't mean that everything is over. Uh, 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 um. Okay. Technical targets. 88K. Jennifer. So basically, in regards to 88K, right? If we honestly, if we continue down, Jennifer might be right. You know what I mean? Because see, this is the daily support at 100.3. Fine, happy days. The second daily support after 100K is literally sitting at 89K, right? Which is an area that can be wicked just as this area was wicked here. Does that make sense over here? Right? And it can be wicked over here. So Jennifer essentially might have a case over here because literally the only area that I could potentially start accumulating on buys if we continue to drop, that's like around in between 94 and 96K. That's a buy zone, but the support of this move, if we don't get something super solid happening in this area, is going to be really 89, 88K, just like Jennifer said in our chat box, you know. So Jennifer has a massive case, unfortunately. Hello, Monkey Kane. Oh, we have a new monkey here. I love having monkeys. Um, Okay, does that make sense? So all we can hope for is 100K to hold. But see, it's kind of like a similar situation where we were at 107. And I don't want to see people in the chat box, oh my God, Gabby, you said 107 is going to hold. And now, oh my God, Gabby, you said 100K is going to hold. Please listen to what I'm saying. Because that's not what I'm saying, right? At 107, I said we have a very good case to have a really good reversal in this area because it is a major area, right? Major area. Historical support and resistance, right? We have a major case to make over here. But are we in a bearish distribution? Yes, we are, right? So, you know, and then we spoke about the next line of defense, which is at 100K. So now we're kind of seeing the same thing. So what happened to me at 107? I'm going to say it for anyone that's new here, by the way, welcome. Make sure to subscribe, you guys. Honestly, it's very helpful what you're going to see here on a daily basis. All right. So what happened to me at the 107? I was long Ethereum, I was long Bitcoin, whatever, right? We reached to 116 and I took profit. Why? Because again, historical area of support and resistance at a sell zone, at the true month open, price rejecting, see ya, right? I had to cut profits. And then the rest of the position, I was put at break even. That is not me being wrong. That is me making money on a move, maybe not as much as I would like to, but you know, that's how you trade. As long as you protect your capital, as long as you make a little bit of profit, you are ahead of the game, trust me, because 99% of the people are losing. Okay. So same thing right now. I'm long, right? But as soon as price reaches to my levels that we just discussed right now, that would be true week open, right? That would be the support SR flips zones over here, breaker block, order block, daily bearish for value gap. It's pretty much enough confidence for me to be like, okay, I need to take profits, I need to take partials here, and then whatever happens to my position happens. Does that make sense? Hit the like. Missing 11 likes. Yay, you guys. Thank you so much for keeping a track. Do you think there is still some space for out season this cycle? Invested in APT December 24, exactly at the top. Christian, I feel you. I also hold APT, man. I actually never liked APT. You know, very weak charts. We're gonna look at it in a second after we go to Ethereum whatsoever. But for me, honestly, I'm looking more at the ETF coins, right? So that's gonna mean coins that potentially have papers. I don't know, like even Dodge, right? Chainlink. I know APT is one of the coins that also might get approved. You know, say even World Liberty Finance. I'm looking at, you know, LTC. LTC doesn't look that bad, to be fair. Then you're looking at you know, the low caps. The lower caps from then, you know, and ACH, I don't know, virtual stuff like that, frozen in APT also. Yeah, I mean, it's horrible, horrid. Okay, now let's move on to ETH. Let's see what's up. So, you know, we almost reached to the 3K zone. We took liquidity just like we spoke. Don't want to repeat myself over here. But for me, the daily support is at 2,900. So I am willing to believe that it's possible that this area might be retested unless we start seeing some action over here, which we currently are not. Okay, which we currently are not. We've broken daily support here at 3,364. We're retesting it right now. So let's see if we manage to reverse over here. If not, it's not looking good. Okay, it's not looking good for ETH. Because honestly, like, where are you right now on the daily? Where are you? Right? Let's look at the historical price action on the area that you currently are. Like, it's crazy, right? You're at literally previous points of complete rejection. So it's very much pivotal for Ethereum to break above this level over here, which is 3,524. Right? We need to break above 3,524 with conviction, at least on a daily time frame. Nick FLP, welcome, mate. You guys are welcome. Yes, I'm always going to give you answers. QNT, we can also look in QNT later in a bit. But you see what I mean? It's not safe at the moment. We're not safe where we're trading. Yes, we had one bullish candle, whatever. But, you have to be super vigilant right now and understand that this is bearish distribution on a weekly time frame. If you look at it, okay, fine. You have a previous buy breaker block over here, not bad zone at all, right? What else do you also have? You have several bullish for value gaps over here, imbalances for price. One's been retested over here. We have two retests over here, which essentially turned into engineered liquidity. So now this could very well be the bottom, right? But it doesn't stop us from retesting the 2,900 area. I'm not opposing that at all, because for me there is not enough proof that we're reversing right now. As far as I'm concerned, we're just seeing a small miserable bounce, right? Give Gabby some love by smashing the like button. Yes, make sure you do it, you guys. Thank you so much. Mr. Vane talked about his bearish situation a long time ago. Oh, Jennifer, are you a hidden Mr. Vane person? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've had some people telling me, giving me proof that he's copy pasting from other groups. So I don't know. I mean, I'll be careful with that. Not every person is genuine in this space, unfortunately. So I liked Mr. Vane. What an unfortunate situation. Anyway, Steinweiches, good morning. What is Sol doing, you guys? Same thing. And Sol is like, I think, major signal for us. Because look, we haven't taken the liquidity on the 4-hour time frame. We haven't really retested our zones, which is at 144 and 140. We haven't really retested with that wick. We have daily SR flip zone that we traded through, and now we're virtually confirming it as resistance. So very shorter flow, maybe, I don't know. Or am I blind? I don't think I am. So yeah, I'm not touching Solana for now. We need to break a lot of levels. Like, honestly, you guys, even if we jump to 173, it's not much that I can say, hey, wow, I mean, a lot has happened. More BTC, please. I think we did like 20 minutes on Bitcoin, but we can talk more on Bitcoin as well. One more tip that I can give you on a daily time frame for Bitcoin. Let's look at a clear chart. That's not clear chart. On on a weekly time frame for Bitcoin, sorry, daily, Tip for you. Yes, I forgot. So the tip for you is that price usually kind of reverses every 60 to about 70 days. And that would pretty much match with the bias that we're looking for price to reverse at around 10th of November. So let's hope. If you look at the range model theory at the current setup right now, the students are going to tell you that are part of the course where we currently are. We're retesting the 0.5 area. And to be honest, the bullishness of this chart is not going to finish until, let's make it a little bit more precise. Actually, I draw it a little bit like not so precise, but here we are. So basically we're retesting the 0.5 of this, price range at the moment. So that's essentially bullish, but that doesn't mean that, we can't retest further lower and still maintain bullishness, right? That's what that means. Okay. Yeah, around that area, I think we're gonna start seeing definitely some action. So yeah, this week is one of those weeks, one of those weeks that you need to be careful. Brother Ramshad, November 22nd is a huge day. Banks worldwide have to leave SWIFT system for good and switch to ISO 2020. Yeah. There is lots of interesting things that can happen. But looking at this chart, we're on the weekly right now. It's honestly fine, right? Even if we come down and take this low over here, this one that we didn't take at, what are we looking at? 98.29. I mean, do you think the bottom is in or not yet? Nikhil, yeah, we were just speaking about that like so many hours. Again, daily time frame, right? If you apply standard deviation to this, the extension is very clear, very clearly reached. The maximum level of the extension is reached. So from here on, like, I'm happy with like retests, maybe take this double bottom here and then start rolling it up. But this is not a bearish chart, essentially, right? On a higher time frame when you look at it. You do have potentials for reversals right now, but I think it's of utmost importance that we continue to wick this area, the 0.5, right? We wick it, not even on a daily. Weekly is best, right? Weekly is best for this exercise. Weekly is best, right? You continue to wick that area, because if you start to have body closes below this low over here on a higher time frame, like body closes, that's going to be nasty. Okay, that's not going to be very nice at all. So yeah, does that make sense, everyone? Since you wanted to speak more about BTC, here you go. We said we're gonna look at some alts. What is it? APT. I thought we looked at APT a little bit. We talked about it in the chat box or whatever. No, this one. I mean, it looks horrid. Zcash, we're gonna look at Zcash. Weekly time frame looks very bad. Can't construct anything on this. Honestly, I genuinely don't want to touch it on leverage at all. It just looks very bad. It looks very bad. I don't know how much more it can exhaust. I have no idea. Genuinely. So APT just, it was looking terrible from the beginning, months ago. People that are absolutely obsessed with APT, they were like, oh my god, Gabby, why do you keep like saying these things about APT? I'm like, because the chart looks horrible. I don't have any personal attachment to any of these BS altcoins. All of them for me mean absolutely zero, right? I have no attachment whatsoever. All right. Hold on, we have a charted one. Is this a charted one? Probably not. Maybe yes, I don't know. 12 hourly. Is that the one we were charting? Yeah, I mean, what a nice sort of thing we had here, right? Live, we did this analysis, retest down here within this area, and then send it. Then we had a second entry at around 300 down here. I haven't charted much more on that, I don't think. Let's stick to the Bybit one. I think it's this one. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, congratulations. It looks great. It continues to be bullish. Nothing is stopping it. Right? Best thing you can do in these kind of scenarios with these kind of, distributions or market structures is that you wait for price to range, right? You wait for price to range so you can get an entry back into it, but it just continues to distribute. So you're just waiting for price to range a little bit, getting in the lower of the range, and that's it. Can we look at virtual? Yeah, we can look at virtual. I like that. Let's see if this is the one we've charted. Yeah, so hold on. This is basically the area that we're Kryptonite. Can't wait to short Zcash. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. There's gonna be opportunities to short. Yeah, so virtually you wanna be retesting 1.2365 and get on a low level, right? Because price could retest even further down, 12 hour. Yeah. 12 hourly, here it is. You have one more level on the 12 hourly to look forward to, just in case, right? 0.93, you're looking at that as well. But essentially these are your levels. 1.236, 1.08, and 0.93. These are your levels. Right, and ideally you want this mini range here to hold, to be retested, because again, like similar with ETH, right? Liquidity. So just drop down, take all that, retest 108. I think it's going to be brilliant, right? If you want to be early, maybe you can, maybe not, depending on the leverage, depending on what type of trades you're doing. But yeah, I'd consider 1.09, just to be more precise, around this area, a little bit more ideal. And then secondly, down here at 0.93. A16 is interesting. I mean, AI16. I mean, who is coming up with these tickers? Honestly, what massive BS. Anyways, all right, potentially you have daily target, potentially 0.41. Not too bad. Currently bearishly distributing. You have absolutely no entries at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, probably Kryptonite. Maybe you have a point, right? But yeah, you're bearishly distributing here, treating resistance, as resistance. By the way, how many likes we have? Okay, I'm doing a check. I'm doing a check right now. We're doing a check.
With a local team based in Dubai.
We have 48 people. How come 48 people, 48 likes? Okay, you guys. Okay. Okay, now we have 49. One more person just joined. So that means we need 49 likes. Doesn't matter, you guys. You did absolutely amazing. I've never seen as many likes as views. That's the first time, so I'm very happy. I encourage you guys, go and check the range model theory course. It's a one-time payment of $200 with 40% discount. Honestly, go, and it's going to help you a lot. And make sure to join Discord. Make sure to sign up for Bluffin. Honestly, this is the crypto exchange that I trust the most. I have spot there. I trade off there. They're the most integral. During the liquidity, they've refunded some of our users. So I'm just telling you guys, go and Google Bluffin and go and Google the other exchanges. Let me know if you can find anything on Google about the other exchanges, and you'll find everything on Google about Bluffin. So, and you can use that sign up to have a VIP role in Discord. By the way, I'm looking forward to changing Discord a little bit because it looks like a mess right now. Everyone is posting their stuff. It's kind of annoying, and we'll see how it goes, but Discord is going to be changed. I think it's going to be focused a little bit more on the RTM model, right? And then we're going to have people that are genuinely of there trying to do something, not just brag how good they are with trading. Meanwhile, everyone is connected on my IP and on my links, and I can tell you, they're not doing that great. But anyway, um you know it's kind of funny. So yeah, A16Z, right, you guys, so we probably have 0.41 over here as a target, but we need to beat first 0.09848. Okay, we need to do that. And right now we're bearishly distributing, so I would not touch that until we have price trading above this level. I don't need to catch the bottom. There is enough to look forward to. Way more than a lot of other altcoins, clearly. I don't know if we're gonna, catch the high, but still. Do you guys want me to look at any other altcoins for you while we're here? Let me check on my gold long over here. La 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 la. Oh no, that's not gold, that's silver. Oh, here we go. Oh, nice. Nice one. Okay, good. Buying the course now. This is lifetime, right, Gabby? Yes, it's lifetime. And I think the more I keep recording and I'm making it bigger, then it's going to be a monthly. So you pretty much guys are now early and you have the chance to get it for lifetime. Whereas I think in time, probably by next year, it's going to be like a monthly subscription. So you guys are probably the only people that are going to have lifetime on it. You know what I mean? So ICP. Why don't I have ICP here? Like, what the hell? I should have ICP. Oh, it's because I'm in my TradFi thing. Hold on, let's go to crypto. Yeah, here we go. Oh, why did I remove it? Oh my god. Okay. La 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 la. ICP, yeah, it's at a massive resistance right now. Massive resistance, 6.3, 6.2, massive resistance. Hold on, let's have a look. Hold on. Weekly time frame. First to see, okay, yeah, ICP, if everything goes well, $21, it's on the table, clearly, if everything goes well. It seems like we might close the week bullish, so that's gonna be bullish. Okay, that's nice. So then you're potentially waiting on you know what would be ideal? I'll tell you. It will be absolutely ideal if we break above this week, close the body, close above it. I doubt it's gonna happen, but you know, if it happens, maybe on Sunday, I don't know, close body above it, and then you know, look for a retrace somewhere within this region, right? And then you can put your stop loss below 4.3 or something. Obviously, a low left play. All the alts low left play because you know, you're not supposed to be trusting these guys at all. But on the 12-hour, you can see multiple supports that you can look at, you know, as reference points over here in this region. So now that we're trading above, it almost looks like a nicer version of APT. You know what I mean? A nicer version of APT with all that resistance stacked up, but then you have a final wall of resistance over here, but the weekly is looking good. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost that kind of thing that you can just, you know, maybe go back, retest the area again. Or scenario number 2 is you don't break it right now, right? You don't break it right now, but you still close the weekly bullish, and then you start retracing back to like maybe the extremes, 4.3, 4.5. That's possibly a scenario over here, you know. Because this break up here, if you leave a fair value gap, that's very bullish, right? But that's a weekly scenario. 57 likes, yay! You guys are the best. We have 52 people. Okay, that's great. That's great. I mean, not as good as Monday. We had 100 people live Monday with us. Sorry, Tuesday. Sorry, I wasn't streaming on Monday. Gabby, are you buying spot in these dips? No, definitely not. Say hi, Tracy, for me, Trevor. Oh man, what are your plans for the day, you guys? What are you gonna do? Did you guys wanted me to see at another alt that I missed, because sometimes I can't read all the messages? So that's cool. Gardening and watching QNT. Oh yeah, you did say QNT. Sorry, mates, I forgot about that. I mean, not bad. You know, trading above 81 is not too bad. It has way more work to do. We need closes above like $100, but it's nice that it's respecting support over here. Weekly support at 81.3. That's quite nice to see. You know, daily is not looking too bad, but I mean, you have a massive, you know, engulfing over here. You're trying to see follow through today. Are you going to see follow through today? But you know, for QNT, I had my alarm over here at 64. At 64, right? So it was tapped in April, right, where we had the first ETH BTC confirmation that we're gonna run a little bit. But with that run on QNT, you've created a lower high, so it's kind of weak right now. I don't know if it's gonna give us too much, you know. Maybe this high 170, maybe. What's going on with H bar, Gabby? That's a good one, actually. Thanks for reminding me. We can check H bar. See, so H bar 0.4 is weekly target. You know, not bad at all. Unfortunately, on a daily, we're kind of still trading below daily support. This is daily. I haven't marked it, but let's mark it for you guys so it's a little bit clear. Daily SR flip. I just say S because you know, still trading below. So then this is kind of like the second line in the sand, 0.14. I think that's where I want to see it. And then you have the 0.236, which is religiously going to be a buy zone always, right? With the drop, we've reached another daily over here. Traded quite deeply. You have another one down here. Obviously, don't pay attention to these, but what's important is, I think, in my opinion, 0.14 and 0.12. This is the area, right? And then you know, you're just hoping to retest 0.28, 0.32, and then maybe the weekly target. That'll be amazing. That'll be great. But I'm not putting like my whole life savings on it. You know what I mean? Because we've reached 0.236, even though it's with the scam wick. No, you know, so 0.32 for me, I'm like way more than happy. And then maybe leave 20 for 0.4. If I go ahead and catch this, then that's how I'm gonna play it. H bar, right? Zen. Okay, let's look at Zen. Yeah, I mean, not bad. Still not bad. Kind of protecting the $7 region on the weekly. So yeah, you still have a chance of 46. I mean, not bad, you know, after the liquidation, kind of strong after that. Pretty strong. So yeah, I am going to assume that the target's going to be reached at 48. So potentially, you know, you'll be looking at 1609, 13.4, 16.9, 13, yeah, even 14, I'd say 13.7. But this should hold, really. This should hold. That's a lot of liquidity here, engineered lots. This one. So maybe a drop down to this area, retest 17, let's say $17, and then continue. That would be not so bad. Yeah, that would be great. Gabby, you don't look at volume and divergences? Yeah, I mean, I do sometimes, you know, when I feel like it. There is so many things that I know, but you know, sometimes I don't look at it, right? You mean RSI divergences? Not really. I mean, you know, if you look at the RSI, technically below 40, it should be buy, but it never is, right? If you look at the death cross 200 moving averages with 50, people are gonna tell you it's a big thing. It's not. Go and back test it. It's not. And you, Gabby, what are you gonna do today? Guess what? I'm working all day. I have one more stream, and yeah, I'm just I'm gonna have to do what I do, which is look at the charts, be around the community. Although I'm kind of bored, you know, I'm kind of bored with currently. You know what I really like? I like the chat site on Discord with everyone that's in part of the course. I really like it because people ask questions. They're excited about learning a new thing. They're seeing how much difference it makes to their trading, and they're like, "Oh my God, Gabby, it's so good. Hit the gym. I want to hit the gym, but they closed my gym. I literally went on Monday, and then the gym was closed. I'm like, you closed my pool for 4 months, and now you're closing the gym for like a month. So it's either I have to find another gym, or it's just annoying. It's just annoying. But I had matcha this morning, so I think like but also I have other health stuff that I need to do. Like, I'm healthy, but there is like one or two things that I need to do that probably they'll tell me, hey, you're not allowed to go to the gym, I think. So yeah, they always close stuff around me. It's just so annoying. So annoying. Goal's not looking bad on the 4 hour. Are you vaping? No, I'm not vaping. Definitely not vaping. I'm on the gums though. The nicotine gums. Good morning, Dan. Hello. Uh what's happening to oil? Actually, let's look at Brent. No, same thing. Filling the gap. How is our trade working out here? No, not bad, not bad. Good stuff. See, the 4 hour really works so much better on US 500 levels respected to the T. Always, like 4 hours, so good. Rolling over a bit here, huh? It's kind of crazy to see that big hedge fund managers are shorting Palantir and freaking Nvidia. A bit of gaps to fill here on the way down. Jesus Christ. 24%? Are you kidding me right now? This is nuts. Did they have earnings or something? Mate. This looks so great. So in case we have a rejection here, I actually need to watch this. In case we have a rejection, maybe grab that liquidity and send it, and then continue to send it. Jesus, 24%. Amazon is killing it. Oh, please don't. Amazon's been doing absolutely nothing for so long. And yeah, now it's killing it. The whole year was just doing nothing. And now all-time highs because they signed the AI deal. But why is Cyan shorting Palantir? You know what? Like, there is a case though to be made here, right? There is a case to be made. That's insane. That's a very old buy zone. There is a case to be made for sure. 24% drop in the 12 hour. So yeah, if we get, I think this is actually gonna be a good area for me. 142 to come back. How do you trade equities? Yeah, I trade the CFDs basically. So What's up with China? Oh, yeah. That's what's up. I think Dottie had a trade on Palladium, actually. Nadga's been killing it. Oh, there might be a bid on uranium soon. For sure. $5380. Would you take a look at Anna, please? Yeah, sure. Um, oh man, I feel sorry for you. You guys are probably invested or whatever. So horrible. Look at that. I mean, I don't see any support over here, to be fair. Maybe 0.25. I don't know. Maybe 0.25. What is your link for trading CFDs? Tower markets. You can find it on Discord. You're welcome. You can find the links on Discord. So it's either Vantage or Tower markets. I think XRP will stay in the 2.3, 2.4 chop zone today. I mean, I told you my case about XRP yesterday, I think. Still bearishly distributing. I think retest of like $2 is like most probably going to be the case. Actually, let's get rid of this. Actually, let's not get rid of this. You know, I think yeah, retest of $2 and specifically the 0.5, which is a 197 19735. Yes, slap dancer, press the like button. I mean, I'm not ready to trade this. Stop talking about crypto, start talking about forex and CFDs. Oh man, yeah, I need to go back into that pivot, right? I mean, that's what I've been doing lots more than crypto. So let's see, when the bear market comes, we might pivot. Why not? But yeah, you know, even the 12-hour disgusting bearish distribution at 2.7 resistance, 12 hourly from end September, retested, sent back down, create a lower low. Stonks, yes. Forex, yeah, I mean, I don't know. They have a big army, I guess, but I mean, they pumped quite nicely, didn't they? So I mean, still at a buy zone, like high time frame, like you could maybe, just maybe, but I don't see it for now. I'd much more be like confident if it would retest 1.97. All right, guys, thank you so much. Make sure to come on Discord, but I don't want that. Okay, so if you're joining, make sure to get your VIP access. It's super easy. All right. Genuinely, I want to say also try the range model theory. CEO's gonna tell you you guys, you're not gonna miss out on that. Just do it, because then I'm gonna make it a monthly subscription as I'm making more and more videos on it. And you're gonna have a lifetime right now for 200 bucks. So up to you. Yeah, merci. Yeah, merci, merci, merci. You guys, I'll see you then. Oh no, actually, is it Thursday today? Yeah, it's Thursday, right? So that means I'll see you next week, unless you are on Discord. If you are on Discord, I'll see you on Discord. Have a nice day. Laters. Bye, guys.